Yeah guys, got any idea where I am? Haha, welcome to Jimbosworld Kings Park edition. Okay guys, this is Kings Park. This was discovered in about 1835 and as a kind of an area for the public to gather when the first colony, the Swan River colony was established. It was set up by John Septimus Roe, who was a famous West Australian famous English botanist. And yeah, he set this place up as a place for people to come and to you know, to socialise and whatnot. But it wasn't really recognised as a park until 1895, I should say. Before then, it was actually a place where they cut down jarrah trees. The park is now obviously a park. It's about 4 kilometres long. It's actually one of the largest urban parks in the world, with the only larger one being Central Park, which is about 3 kilometres. So guys, to really discover this park, we're going to have to get into the car and actually back in the car. I'm just getting out of the car park. Now I'm going to take you around to a couple of the parks, not all of them. One of them I don't feel comfortable taking you to because I don't feel comfortable vlogging in the kids' playground. I think that's a little bit wrong as we go past Sir John Forrest, the guy that was just previously in our video. Come on mate, what are you doing? Okay, here we go around the largest roundabout. Whee! We're speed restricted in Kings Park to only 40 kilometres an hour, and that's to protect the wildlife that are in the park. And so we are, you know, only supposed to do 40 k's. So as we turn into here to Forest Drive, yeehaw. Okay, we're coming up to Pioneer Women's. Now Pioneer Women's is actually a park devoted to the pioneering women of Western Australia. I'll just give you a shot out through the side window. And you can see that there's people picnicking today. Today's a public holiday and it's actually quite a gorgeous part of the park and quite popular. Our next stop will be the DNA Tower. As you can see, cars parked everywhere, so it's quite a popular day to come to Kings Park. Okay, here we go. This is the DNA Tower. Now this is actually a tower you can climb all the way to the top, and it's shaped like the human DNA. I've actually been up this tower. It's actually not for the young or for the faint-hearted. It's really quite high, and it's really blowing a gale today, so I'm not going to climb it. But I just thought I'd show you the DNA tower. Forgive me for my camera work, I'm driving at the same time. Okay. Off driving again. Let's see. I'm just going to stop at one of the trees here and go show you one of the plaques underneath the trees, and give you a brief explanation of why there's plaques underneath these trees. Okay guys, as I just mentioned, throughout Kings Park there's actually quite a few memorials for the various wars that Australia's been in. And for each soldier that has died from Western Australia, there's actually a plaque. A plaque that is there to commemorate the fallen soldiers. Now, usually back in the First and Second World Wars, the family were offered to buy a tree for about a couple of pounds, which would say be about 10 Australian dollars now. And this tree will be here permanently with a plaque at the front. Now this is a plaque of a private Cynthia Neville. She was from the 2nd 5th AGH-AMWS Brigade, died of illness in the 115th AGH on the 20th of January 1944, aged 25 years, dedicated by her parents. Now these are right throughout the park. I will take you to another one, just maybe up here. Go for a walk. Now we've got two here. Now that is kind of interesting. The East Perth RSL that actually look after this must have moved some of them, and the trees are in not available. Not as many trees are available maybe. But here is the plaque for Lieutenant Percy Blythe of the 28th Battalion, killed in action at Roland Court on the 10th of June 1918, aged just 23 years. And here's also the 2nd Lieutenant Walter B. Jackson of the 28th Battalion, died of wounds in Belcourt on the 3rd of May 1917, aged 24. Each and every time I'm really humbled when I come through here and look at these, you know, and look at these plaques, because they're people that were younger than what I am and they've died for their country. And I think we've got to really honour that. Okay, it's back to the car and we're off again. We're just going to go and show you the last park in Kings Park that I'm going to show you. We're only going to drive past it because I don't feel comfortable blogging at where there is kids' playground equipment. Obviously it looks a little bit strange. So I'm just trying to reverse back onto Kings Park Road here. Forgive my camera angles being a little bit obscured. And we're off. It's such a, as you would see, it's such a pretty drive through Kings Park. You know, all of these trees, it really is a special place for many West Australians. We've also got coming up, I believe, the Barley Memorial. This is a reasonably new memorial. I don't know if we'll drive past it, but as you would know, in 2002 there was a nasty terror attack in Bali, which 88 Australians were killed, which was the largest portion of the 200 odd that were killed. 16 were from Western Australia. A vast majority of the 88 were actually of the survivors of the survivors actually were looked after here in Western Australia, as well as in Darwin, because we have got a pretty good burns unit here in Perth. So why wouldn't you send survivors to come down here, especially with the shocking facilities they have in Bali. Okay, we're just coming up to the children's playground area now. I'd also like to advise you that during the summer months, this part of the park is very popular, as they have outdoor cinema movies here. Yep, here we come into Synergy Parklands. This is quite popular with a lot of families. I don't know if we get that much of a shot of the park because of all the cars parked out the front. But I'll try to get something from the driver's side. Here we go. Yet again, Moonlight Cinemas is up here during the summer months and is actually quite popular with everyone. They show all different types of movies, you know, from the 60s right through to now. So as that will take off in about, I think, September, October, November, yeah, it's quite popular. I think it's about $15 a ticket per person, and take my advice, I've been to the cinema before. If you plan to come, bring your own deck chair. The ground is really, really hard. Okay, or bring beanbags. That's also another popular option. For those of you that have Moonlight Cinemas in other Australian states, I believe they're in Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, as well as here in Perth. And anyhow, I hope you've enjoyed this tour of Kings Park. We've come to the end, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of Jimbosworld. Remember, I will see you next time on the web.